My whole being thirsts for God, for the living God. When will I come and see God's face? I've never been really thirsty. I mean, obviously I've been thirsty. I've had moments where I've been like, gosh, a glass of water would be amazing. Or, working out, realizing that I just need to drink something. I'm thirsty. But I've never been to the point where I've had to go without water because I simply didn't have access to it. I've never felt that kind of thirst. The reality is that in our world, there are people every day who experience that kind of thirst. Now, that kind of literal thirst isn't what our psalmist is talking about, but we can begin to understand a bit of what they're referring to when they talk about it as if it's a deep thirst. When we're that thirsty, even workout thirsty, it's not so much that we're craving the flavor. That's why we run to water. We're craving that which quenches the need to be satisfied. And not satisfied as in make me happy, but satisfied as in my body is crying out for water, for hydration. We simply need to satisfy it, not necessarily enjoy it. The psalmist is crying out in thirst for God. Now, the only time you might do that is if it has been a while since you've experienced God. I had a conversation yesterday with some youth in our church, encouraging them to remember that this church will love them, walk with them, and seek to guide them as they walk in their journey of faith. And at times, that journey is going to look different. At times, their relationship with God will likely look different. It will change, it will evolve. And as that happens, there will be seasons, perhaps, when they experience a drought of sorts. My suspicion is that in the midst of that drought, they will thirst. I've been there. Maybe you have too. And that thirst isn't for something that just tastes good for the moment. That thirst is for something that satisfies. So maybe right now you're experiencing a bit of a drought in a relationship with God. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but may. Remember this. We have a God who satisfies our thirst. We have a God who is living water that never runs dry. And you have people who love you, who will walk with you. And if you don't have a church, I hope that you will find one. I hope that you'll find a place to plug in, be supported by others, held accountable by others, where you can worship with others, study with others, grow closer to God with others. And in doing so, you might just find your thirst is quenched. Amen.